RFK Jr. sacks entire U.S. vaccine committee. U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. testifying before the Senate in May. U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a vaccine skeptic, has removed all 17 members of a committee that issues official government recommendations on immunizations. D.C. announcing the move in an editorial in the Wall Street Journal. Kennedy said that conflicts of interest on the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, ACIP, were responsible for undermining trust in vaccinations. Kennedy said he wanted to ensure the American people received the safest vaccines possible, SAGC, Informant Committee Selling stale. Doctors and health experts have criticized Kennedy's long-standing questioning of the safety and efficacy of a number of vaccines, although in his Senate confirmation hearing, he said he is not going to take them away, mid-number of a complete arseable sex. On Monday, he said he was retiring all of the ACIP panel members. 8 of the 17 panelists were appointed in January 2025, in the last days of President Biden's term. Most of the members are practicing doctors and experts attached to major university medical centers. Kennedy noted that if he did not remove the committee members, President Trump would not have been able to appoint a majority on the panel until 2028. SAGC, the committee has been plagued with persistent conflicts of interest and has become little more than a rubber stamp for any vaccine, Kennedy wrote. He claimed that health authorities and drug companies were responsible for a crisis of public trust that some try to explain by blaming misinformation or anti-science attitudes. In the editorial, Kennedy cited examples from the 1990s and 2000s and alleged that conflicts of interest persist. Most of ACIP's members have received substantial funding from pharmaceutical companies, including those marketing vaccines, he wrote in the Wall Street Journal. The move appears contrary to assurances Kennedy gave during his confirmation hearings. Bill Cassidy, a Republican senator from Louisiana, who is also a doctor, reported that he received commitments from the health secretary that ACIP would be maintained without changes. On Monday, Cassidy wrote on X, "Of course, now the fear is that the ACIP will be filled up with people who know nothing about vaccines, except suspicion. I've just spoken with Secretary Kennedy, and I'll continue to talk with him to ensure this is not the case." ACIP members are required to disclose conflicts of interest, which are posted online, and to recuse themselves from voting on decisions where they may have a conflict. The problem isn't necessarily that ACIP members are corrupt, Kennedy wrote, most likely aim to serve the public interest as they understand it. The problem is their immersion in a system of industry-aligned incentives and paradigms that enforce a narrow pro-industry orthodoxy.